Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way you'll get notified every time I upload a video. So as you can tell, your girl is feeling much better. I think I got an ear infection coming though, because I woke up and my ear was just throbbing. It started yesterday when I was driving, and now it's like tender to touch. So oh my God. But other than that, as you can tell, I sound much better. So thank you for all of you guys' get well wishes and all of that. I really truly appreciate it, because I was down. When I tell you guys I was down, I was down. It was hard for me to get up and do my regular everyday stuff. But anyways, jumping right into things, you guys. So we've got some funeral reimbursements going on. We're going to talk a little bit more about these plus up payments. I did actually find, I think about 12 or 15 states that are on the emergency maximum allotments for the month of April. So I'm going to give you guys those, as well as currently approved states for pandemic EBT. So let's jump right into it. So let's talk about these plus up payments, y'all. So just in case y'all weren't listening, because I did speak about this yesterday, the IRS has begun sending out supplemental or plus up payments for those who receive partial $1,400 payments based off of their 2019 tax returns, but who have now had their 2020 tax returns complete. Sidebar, pay attention to this part. If for some reason you did not file a tax return in 2019, but you did file a 2020 tax return, be sure to check the Get My Payment tool portal. In some cases, the portal may actually prompt you to choose whether you want to receive your third stimulus check via direct deposit or a mailed check, and allow you to submit banking info. Okay, so it's rare cases, but you guys have to check. I mentioned this in another video as well, but I want to let you guys know, you want to check that Get My Payment portal, because if for whatever reason you didn't file 2019, or there's other circumstances too where they may not have any information on file for you for whatever the reason may be. Maybe you didn't do a 2020, maybe you didn't do a 2019, who knows? I'm not sure if they're going as far back to do the 2018 tax returns for the third stimulus check, but just check the Get My Payment portal, because for some people, not everybody, but for some people, you can actually go on there and choose whether you want direct deposit or a mail check, and then submit your banking information. You're going to have to put in I believe the amount of your last tax return, and some other identity verification things about yourself, okay? But just make sure you check. On top of that, the Government Accountability Office says millions of round one and round two stimulus checks and or debit EIP cards have not been cashed, or cards have not been activated. So this is in regards to the $1,200 stimulus check that we got the first time around, and then the $600 stimulus check we got the second time around. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's an error on their end or if it's an error on y'all end, but I want everybody to get their money that they deserve, okay? So if you haven't already, you need to initiate a payment trace. You need to contact the IRS in any way that you possibly can to make sure that you are not in this category. It says it's totaling about 1.3 billion bucks of money that has been unclaimed. Reminder letters are going out. So if you get a reminder letter, it's going to be a reminder letter letting you know that you need to either cash your check or you need to activate that card, whichever one you got, okay? Point blank, they just want us to spend the money. The whole purpose of this giving us a stimulus check is so that they can stimulate the economy. And from where they're sitting, the economy is not being stimulated enough if people are not spending them checks. Now, I know some people are probably just sitting on that money, saving it for a rainy day. And then there's those of us who are actually spending it on whatever to get caught up on bills, or, you know what I'm saying, just whatever we want to spend it on. But they want us to spend it, okay? So it says the supplemental payments will continue to go out weekly moving forward. All right. Now, let's talk a little bit more about this fourth stimulus check. It says prior to the signing of the latest stimulus package, 53 House Democrats attempted to gain speed on the thought of recurring stimulus checks. So I did speak about this as well with you guys. They were talking about $2,000 as the starting point, and then $1,000 recurring monthly until the economy pulls out of its current situation. Now it's noted that 60 lawmakers are urging the Democratic leaders to continue thrusting money into the Americans' pockets until the economy recovers with equal payments to adults and dependents, prioritizing those who they believe need it most and who will spend it the quickest. Okay, so what I'm gonna say about that is, by the time this bill passes, if it actually passes, Not everyone is going to be working or financially secure. And 9 times out of 10, everybody is going to have to spend this money fast because they're trying to play catch up in this rat race we call life. So I don't know exactly what they mean by those they think need it the most. Everybody's going to need it the most. People are out of work. People are not getting unemployment. In certain states, unemployment is not working correctly. There's a lot of things that they have signed to give to the American people, but the American people has yet to receive it. So that's just my personal opinion on that. But anyways, older adults, older dependents such as disabled and elderly or anyone 16 and older will be counted as dependents as well. So that's for the fourth stimulus check. Okay. Now, I know this is going to be a sensitive subject for so many of you guys. And let me just say that my heart truly goes out to all of you guys who have lost someone due to the pandemic. I know that it hasn't been easy. There's a lot of things. There was someone that had passed away that was pretty close in terms of family to myself, and that situation was terrible. With the amount of people that have passed away due to the virus itself, it was difficult to even get a funeral set up because they were backlogged. They didn't have the time or the space available. Okay, so my heart is with you guys, truly. However, families whose loved ones have passed away as a result of the virus can apply for up to $9,000 in federal reimbursement for funeral costs. FEMA recently announced it would provide funding to cover funeral expenses for victims of the virus incurred after January 20th, 2020. Reimbursements are expected to begin this month in April. Okay, acceptable expenses include funeral services, interment, or cremations. Families should contact the funeral director that handled the services for help in getting the necessary documentation and applying. Okay, you can apply for multiple deceased individuals. Must be a U.S. citizen, non-citizen, national, or qualified undocumented immigrant. If multiple people helped cover the cost of the funeral, please only fill out one application with applicant and co-applicant if necessary. All right. $9,000 per funeral is the limit, and maximum of $35,000 per application. However, there's no clarity of whether or not that $35,000 is for just one deceased person or if it's for multiple deceased persons. But I would think that because they're allowing you to apply for more than one, if that is your situation, that $35,000 would be altogether for however many deceased individuals that you're applying for. Check the FEMA website for updated information. I don't have the FEMA website, but it's a government website. So I'm pretty sure if you type in FEMA in the FEMA funeral reimbursements in your search bar, it should come right up because that's what I did. April 12th is the date when FEMA will begin accepting applications. And then they left a telephone number. Call 844-684-6333 to get some additional information. So you guys should definitely check the website for updated information, okay? SNAP benefits, if you didn't already know, are boosted at 15% and will continue until September of 2021. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, no, I'm just playing. Actually, you know what? One more thing that I wanted to tell you before I get to that. Okay, so if you didn't already know, which I'm sure you do, but let's talk about this $10,200 in unemployment benefits that you do not have to pay taxes on. So it says great news for millions of people who received unemployment benefits last year. You could get an additional $2,000 or $5,000 tax refund later this spring. Were you an early filer? If you were you an early filer? I know I was an early filer, and unfortunately, when I filed, there was no guidance on what to do. So if you're like me and you did file, it says the good news is if you received unemployment benefits, you probably have a bigger tax refund coming your way. So I definitely think that's great. An additional $2,000 to $5,000 is noted as what they're seeing. Of course, those payments are not going to go out until sometime in May and then continue on. It says people who already filed will have to wait till May, June, or even July to see receive the additional money, okay? In addition, states now have to decide if they will follow suit and give a bigger refund. So if your state wants to participate in this, they have the option to do so as well. So I definitely think that's a good idea. If you haven't already got your stimulus, or you did, and then if you've gotten your return back already, and then if you're in this situation where you filed early and unfortunately you paid taxes on that unemployment money, you may be getting some extra money. Now they're saying it's between $2,000 to $5,000 depending on your income. I wonder if that's really what it's going to be, because they don't really have a good history of me of being right on point with certain information, but we'll see. All right, so let's talk about this pandemic EBT. So currently, as of right now, school year 2020-2021, we have Arizona. This is for pandemic EBT. Arizona, Connecticut, Delaware, DC, Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Come on, California, where are you at? I mean, good God, kids are already back in school. Some of them, at least. Now, in terms of emergency SNAP maximum allotment. So if you don't know what this is, because I have a lot of people who will ask me after I say this. So if you didn't know, some people, not everybody, are getting not as much as they should be getting. So let's just say, for example's sake, that for a household of 3, you're supposed to receive $500 in food stamps a month if you have a food stamp case, a SNAP case, okay? And because of your income or whatever, you're only getting $350 a month. So the emergency SNAP max allotments will give you that extra $150 that you're supposed to receive every month, okay? If that makes any sense. So the states that have currently been approved for the month of April: California, DC, Hawaii, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Oregon, Virginia, West Virginia, Washington, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. So I hope that information was in some way helpful or useful to you guys out there. Like I said, I'm feeling wonderful. I'm feeling a little bit lighter. And on that note, you guys, I'm going to say, as always, remember to live, love, and elevate. And I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace.